Hello, Decoders. I'm Advik, and this is welcome back to Aircraft Decoded. Today, I'm taking you on a real Boeing flight from Bangalore to Chennai. Have you ever wondered what it's like to travel on an airplane? This video is for you. My journey started at Tempegoda International Airport in Bangalore. As soon as I arrived, I could already feel the excitement. Airports are one of my favorite places because they're full of aircraft, passengers, and aviation activity. The first step was check in. This is where passengers confirm the flight and receive their boarding passes. If you have baggage, it gets checked in and sent through the complex baggage complex system before reaching the aircraft. After security After check-in, it was time for security screening. Airport security is extremely important because it is help keep everyone safe. Once I cleared security, I headed to the departure area. One of my favorite parts about any flight. Through the large airport windows, I could see different aircraft parked at gates. Ground vehicles were moving around. Baggage was being loaded, and fuel trucks were serving the aircraft. And passengers were boarding flights to destinations all over the country. As an aviation enthusiast, I like to spend hours just watching flight operations. Soon, boarding time begins for my flight. Passengers lined up at the gate and started walking towards the aircraft. The excitement really builds at the moment before you are finally about to fly. After stepping on board, found my seat and immediately looked out the window. If you are an aviation fan, a window seat is almost always the best seat. Outside, I could see the wing, the engines, and the busy airport ramp. Ground crews were completing their final checks while containers were being loaded into the aircraft. Before any flight, many teams work together to make sure everything is ready. Pilots review weather and flight plans. Engineers ensure the aircraft is in excellent condition. The ground staff prepare for the aircraft departure. After all the passengers are seated, the cabin crew complete their safety demonstrations. Few minutes later, the aircraft doors were closed. Then something interesting happened. The aircraft pushed back from the gate. Most airplanes cannot reverse on their own, so they use special vehicle called pushback tug that helps move the aircraft away from the terminal. Once the pushback was complete, the pilot started the engines. Soon we began taxiing to the runway. Taxiing might seem simple, but airports have huge network of taxiways that connect terminals and runways. Pilots follow instructions from air traffic controls control to safely navigate around the airport. As we approached the runway, my excitement grew even more. This is my favorite part of flying. The aircraft lined up with the runway and paused briefly. Then the engines began producing more power. The acceleration was incredible. Faster and faster we went down the runway. Then, the most exciting thing in aviation, the wheels left the ground. We were airborne. As the aircraft climbed in the sky, I watched as Bangalore disappear below us, beneath us. Airport buildings became tiny. Roads looked thin lines. Cars looked like tiny dots. Within minutes, we were above the clouds. The view outside was absolutely amazing. The cloud looked giant and mountainous of cotton stretching all the way from to the horizon. It's hard to describe how beautiful it feels when you're looking down at the clouds from above. At cruising altitude at 25,000 feet, the flight became smooth and comfortable. This is when modern aviation technology is really shines. The aircraft uses advanced navigation systems weather information, GPS technology, and communication with air traffic control to safely guide the aircraft to its destination. While enjoying the journey, I spent time observing the wing. Many people don't realize how wings actually flex during their flight. They're designed to move slightly and handle different air conditions safely. As an aviation enthusiast, it's fascinating to watch. Before long, the captain announced that we were beginning our descent into Chennai. The aircraft gradually started descending through the clouds. Soon I could see coastlines, buildings, roads, and neighborhoods becoming clearer. Approaching an airport is always exciting because you get to completely see the different view of the city from the sky. The airport runway came into view. The aircraft lined perfectly for landing. As we got closer and closer to the ground, I could feel anticipating building. Then touchdown. The wheels contact the runway smoothly. Then the pilots applied reverse thrust and brakes to slow the aircraft down. After a thrilling, after and after exiting the runway, we taxied towards the terminal. Another successful flight completed after 25